So I think I can speak for all of us when I say that this go-home show for WWE Backlash was actually a really good show here tonight. Tonight we had an impromptu World Heavyweight Championship match in the main event between Jey Uso and Seth freaking Rollins. Now, I've said my piece about, this match, Seth Rollins against Jey Uso. I figured that, down the line, maybe as early as Money in the Bank, as late as SummerSlam, this match would be one of the matches that headlines those events, with Seth Rollins actually winning the World Heavyweight Championship. But tonight we got it sort of as a trial run, so to speak. We're kind of getting a taste of what's to come with Jey Uso and Seth Rollins. But let me tell you something real quick about this match. For all the people that really dog on Jey Uso as far as his in-ring skills, and I do agree that he's not the most, technically proficient wrestler in ring, right? He's not like a Bret Hart or a Shawn Michaels or something like that. But tonight, if you watch that main event between him and Seth Rollins, and you don't come out of that match enjoying it, then I think there's something wrong with you, because that match, I think that's probably the best Jey Uso match that I've seen. The best Jey Uso singles match that I've seen, for sure. So, as far as that match, it all came about because Jey Uso came out here. He called out Logan Paul to the ring, which essentially brought out Paul Heyman. So it was the wrong Paul. The wrong Paul came out here. Paul Heyman came out here. He essentially, what I liked about this promo was Paul Heyman, he explained like through and through why he turned on CM Punk, why he turned on Roman Reigns. He explained that CM Punk put him in an uncomfortable position with Roman Reigns. He said that CM Punk essentially was forcing Paul Heyman to choose whether it was going to be Punk or whether it was going to be Reigns. And Reigns did the same thing in a sense, because when Reigns lost his title at WrestleMania 40, he took months off of vacation and left Heyman with Solo Sikoa, with Jacob Fatu, with the Tongans. He said that Roman Reigns never, avenged me, never came back to avenge me. He came back for his Ula Fala, for his little necklace, so to speak. And I really enjoyed the fact that we kind of got more clarity as far as that whole situation goes. And Jey Uso, retorted back, telling Paul Heyman, like, hey, what does this have to do with me? And that's how we got the whole proposition here tonight. He said that, unlike you, Seth Rollins needs that championship. He said that that championship commands power, and Jey, you don't know how to do that. You don't know how to command power. So essentially, pick a time, pick a date when you want this match, because Seth Rollins is publicly challenging you to a match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Jey Uso, obviously overcome with pride, says, you know what, let's have this match here tonight. I think they were in Nebraska, I believe. I may be wrong on that. But he said, let's have this match here tonight. So this match was the main event. Now, going into this match, I 100%, I wasn't super convinced that Seth Rollins was going to win this match. I was convinced that Jey Uso was going to win here by some sort of, interference or something like that. Seth winning the championship this early, I just don't see it happening. Not to say that there's not a chance, but I just really don't see it happening. I figured Sami Zayn was going to come out here and help Jey Uso. And Sami Zayn did come out here. And, there was a lot of near falls here with this whole Jey Uso Seth Rollins match. But at the end, it looks like Seth is about to win the World Heavyweight Championship when CM Punk comes out here and makes the save, returns after 2 weeks or so of being taken out by Seth Rollins. He makes his return, comes out with the steel chair, takes out Braun Breaker, takes out Seth Rollins with the steel chair, and we get that visual of Seth Rollins leaving with Braun Breaker as CM Punk, Sami Zayn, and Jey Uso stand in the ring. So maybe they're going to do this tag team match, but instead of Roman, they're going to add Sami Zayn in there. That could be a possibility because Roman isn't going to be back anytime soon. But definitely they made the World Heavyweight Championship here look legitimate as far as Jey Uso goes. One other thing I want to talk about was the Gunther Pat McAfee promo that we got here tonight. Tonight they promised that these two guys, they weren't going to be physical. They weren't going to lay a finger on each other. They just came out here to, talk a one last talk before their match this coming Saturday. And I will say one thing about Pat McAfee: whether you like him or not, the guy can cut a hell of a promo. And obviously Gunther has this sort of, this sort of wit, this sort of charm about his promos. But, if you don't come out of this promo segment with some sort of like hype as far as this match goes, and I think there's nothing left that they can do to win you over, because Pat McAfee and Gunther cut fucking passionate promos here. Pat McAfee essentially told Gunther that this isn't a dream for you no more. This is literally just a job for you. He said that you're becoming soft. You've become soft with Sami Zayn beating you, with Jey Uso beating you. He said that you're not what you used to be. He even quoted the Walter days. He said, like, essentially saying, you're not what you used to be. You're soft at this point. Gunther came back and said, I'm going to be a professional. I am not going to lay a finger on you right now. That's going to be, for Saturday. He said that come Saturday, essentially what he said is, I'm going to fuck you up. I'm going to destroy you. I'm going to choke you out. And by the grace of God, that's going to be your only saving grace. And that's how the promo ends. And again, I really, going into this match, I was kind of hesitant, but now I am like, this match may be one of the matches of the night, if not the match of the night come Backlash. We also had an in-ring promo between Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch, which ended up with Lyra Valkyria standing tall over Becky Lynch. So as far as the whole babyface standing tall over the heel on the Go Home show, that doesn't bode well. Like I said before, I do predict Becky Lynch to come out and win the Intercontinental Championship. But at the very least, it's given something for Lyra to do these last couple of weeks. We also got a match announced for Backlash, that being Dominic Mysterio against Penta. Going into that match, I fully predict Dominic Mysterio is going to get the W. I love Penta, but I don't think it's the time or the place for him to win the Intercontinental Championship. We also had Io Sky against Roxanne Perez in a very good, very solid match here. Post-match, we get the attack by Julia and Roxanne Perez against Io Sky. Rhea Ripley was not there. She was doing some media down in Australia. But I kind of figured that's where they were going, this sort of tag team match between all four women. And it was announced later on in the night that that's going to be taking place next week. We also got the in-ring sort of return of Rusev. Rusev at this point is going to be 100% a heel because, of his actions here today. He was attacking the Alpha Academy. So he's essentially going to be a heel at this point going forward. But like I said before, I thought this was a very good go-home show for Backlash. I think Backlash has the potential to be a very good show. But then again, we'll see come Backlash how that show comes off. And like I said before, I am really just interested to see where that Pat McAfee Gunther match is going to, what's going to happen in that Pat McAfee Gunther match. But let me know what you guys think down below. Let me know your thoughts and your reactions to everything that we saw here tonight on Raw. And until next time, take care, and I will see all of you on the next one.